or had a couple days of games played over the last couple days. We still don't really know. A stunner for Nip. They did a lot better yesterday and certainly look like they could be worse.
Players up on the top floor. They've got some pressure around main stairs, and here comes the entry onto rafters. Gunner the first to fall.
Oh, and a bit of a missed opportunity there from the defenders. Diffuser and Gavin go down. Gunner will follow shortly thereafter, and Tripwires be damned. You could just assert yourself. You flush 3 of those.
You need a real hero play from the support duo of Hot and Cold and Kino. If you want any chance of winning this one out, pressure from blue, pressure from main stairs. It is descending on these M80 anchors. They don't have long.
Wow, what a drubbing. Hoven kills 2.
A lot of teams, I would say most teams these days, are playing with this setup.
This is one of the follies of this bomb site, is that once that breach gets opened up, it can paralyze you, and oh my goodness. I think it is very kind for Weibo to get an additional couple rounds of terror.
Have been used. They're not really going to be able to open up between rafters and the site, so they just have to work with this window, and that allows Kino to launch that Nitrocell, get his team back in the game. That's that site adaptation coming through, and the new meta really evolving here on Clubhouse.
Diffuser has to make his presence known, perfectly baited by the track. Stinger's off with 2. My goodness, what a shot on Nikino. And Gunner all by himself. Unable to stop that diffuse plant from going down. His gas canister will tickle the Blackbeard as Reaps gets the very final kill and
committing everything, right? Last time they had 3 players, a ton of utility, everybody was on this top floor. Now they've not really got that much of a roam game, but they still have a presence top floor. Gunner is able
to as close to 0 as possible. That sets up the rest of your team for some serious success. And now from their back foot, Weibo, with 30 seconds left, will swing for the fences! That's a bit of sloppiness, but he manages to get them both ultimately in the end. Speakeasy looked like he might have missed those opportunities. He's cracked this round open, and now Weibo with the advantage. Looking for a perfect start to this series. Already up 2-0. Things will continue to get better. Kino was the one with a pulse in the previous round. He's doing his job perfectly this time. 2 kills for him. Speakeasy getting Diffuser down, and it'll be Kino with a 3K to save
team. The way that he was able to get a couple of kills pushing down through main stage, I would do no such thing. But listen, this is going to be a nice pinch going on right now. This gym position is really, really awkward to hold on to without an Azami, so Diffuser's got a tough task.
Oh boy, Diffuser in a real tough spot there. Some heavy lifting for him to do inside a weight room. Reaps picks him off. Time, we always remind you, if you are a casual player, launch your game, equip DMRs, your elo will increase. Reaps almost gets another, as you see a swing from Kino over towards that jacuzzi breach. Gavin picks up a double. Reaps still posted up on this position. Speakeasy encroaching on the bomb site. Hot and Cold deals with him quite easily, swings onto Hoven, and it's Reaps' last man standing against Gunner and Gavin. Sidearm out! No way! Reaps gets both of the final 2 kills.
On Clubhouse, and it starts pretty strong on round 5. They get Hoven down to 1 HP. Gavin in this Raptors position, not supported by an Azami, but doing a lot better than what we saw from them previously. 1 down and more on the way.
There's a clown car of Weibo players just running up the rafter stairs, and he gets 1. And I mean, getting rid of the glass is actually guys into positions where, I mean, you're kind of like Valkyrie at that point, aren't you?
Yeah, hoping to get some information with that, but the push comes in. Gunner and Diffuser are putting them down. 2 players left alive for Weibo. They're being stunned and smoked out. They have to try to get a plant down, but I'm not sure where.
Look at all this intel that's being gleaned from these yokai drones. M80 playing as well as you could possibly imagine after sacrificing Gavin. Now it's all up to Turds to, on top of red stairs, choking on some gas, disoriented from the yokai, an impact thrown at him. What wasn't used to get rid of Turd?
Precarious position, playing in stock with multiple angles, trained his direction, has the hatch, but can't really do a whole lot from this spot. It's gonna fight them and wants to take the kill, and he takes down Turd.
Nicely well played. He's not much longer for this earth as Hoven is there to gun him down. M80 now just down to 2 players. Their supports, Hot and Cold and Kino, remain and make that just Hot and Cold. I mean, entrenched in the bomb site with your yokai drones, your teammates will be able to use those very similar to Black Eye cams, bulletproof cams, defaults, etc. At this point in time, you are nothing but a gun. Oh my goodness, he almost gets all of them. Hot and Cold with so many targets. He does an immense amount of damage. Patience for Weibo. 45 seconds left.
Fumble that nade a little bit, Parker. That's going to keep that Kiba alive and make it even harder to push out through dirt.
Oh my goodness, there's Turtsta. backstabbing this M80 assault. Down goes Gavin. Kino still posted up on Dirt Tunnel as a flurry of bullets go past him. Op80 the only casualty on the side of Weibo. There goes Hoven. As now, an answer back from Speakeasy, taking down Gunner, and he can retreat back over to Church. Weibo sweeping through. All 4 final members of M80 put in the dust. This is a very typical extension upstairs on Rafters. You've got the Kiba barriers, you've already opened up. You've got the ADSs. Try to burn those ADSs, use the shield to put some pressure, and then you need the Capitao there. That is a perfect clear by M80. It is a lot of utility that is expended by both the defenders and the attackers.
To do what they want, they will get a plant down.
How many opportunities if M80 had slipped through their fingers where they could have done some damage to the Clash? They almost get her through the feed holes as well. Hoven is just lying on the ground, completely dominated by M80 as now Kino can walk on in. Kino leading the team with 7 kills, by the way, something we don't say all that often. Diffuser and Abe will trade out separate players, and now Abe will go down below, leaving Speakeasy to hold this together upstairs. With only 20 seconds left, the castle of Ape will now reunite with his teammate. Speakeasy working his way through Cash. Kino pulling off a successful defuse, and look at who's tucked into the corner. It's Gavin finding 1 kill onto Speakeasy, still in a powerful position, but he's rewarded by a shot to the head by Ape, who now has to find 3 more players, one of which is the fully extended Monty of Kino. This is an almost impossible task. Opening a Monty. Somehow Ape gets the pick onto Gunner and will now have to deal with Kino as well. Ho, ho, ho. Knocked on over, and Kino finds his 8th kill to keep it as close as humanly so far. This is a full clear now as Oh My hot and cold bottles one of those Candelas. Anticipating the hop out, down goes Ape. Turdsta will trade off Diffuser, so neither team with an advantage as they will come to blows halfway through this round. Turdsta's next to die as Gavin asserts himself over by Red.
Avoids these yokai drones. There's already wasted that nitrocell. This should be a clean push.
And I mean, look at the shotgun that's being run by Houghton. The idea is that he will support Kino here. Kino having some difficulties over in Logi, getting knocked over by a yokai drone. Still upright, but a little disoriented. Gunner had died moments before, and now another blast as Kino is surviving for the time being. B's being used to try to deal with these last 2 players. Weibo standing in Kino's way. The 3rd player far removed from the altercation. Gavin has been dropped. Kino and Houghton reduced to basically rubble. Speakeasy taking no prisoners on the shield. Supernova in hand. That's a nice read by Speakeasy. Controlling that FMG, almost taking Kino down, and now it puts Kino in a bit of a risky situation, especially with impacts and smoke still available. But hold on, they found their way into the bomb site. Gavin and Kino with 2 quick kills. Speakeasy takes down Gavin. He needs to find Kino at some point, but he won't be able to do that. Not from the grave as Gunner finds one of his own. Out goes the Nitro Cell. Hoven eliminating Gunner, running out of time. They have to get the diffuser planted. Hoven's last man standing, seeing the blitz. Out goes the impact, and great coverage from diffuser as M80 stays alive for the time being. On this map, their 2 main roamers, Gavin and Gunner, are having a bad day numbers-wise. They are struggling against the good guns of Weibo. And it's not necessarily that they're having a bad day, Jesse. They're just not having as good of a day as the Gunners on Weibo, so a little bit of a nod there.
Oh, nice. No. That is exactly what Gohan asked for. They get aggressive with the Clash, they push up on the Rafters player, and they completely stop that push.
Yes, this is over, Jesse. 90 seconds to go in the round, and it's just Gavin and It's just Gavin left. Oh my goodness. Gohan said, listen, and boy, oh boy, did they ever. Weibo demolish M80 on map number 1.
And this is a comfortable map for them. They beat NIP here yesterday, 8-6. Man, I'm going Weibo for map 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Weibo has been a bit of a surprise.
The map when attacking the top floor. Most of this push is coming east, but they've got good window pressure from hot and cold and a lot of gadgets being thrown into meeting.
One of the operators that received a small change, but still a significant change, was Lion. His scan's a little bit longer. You just saw how it was used to paralyze Weibo, and immediately Gunner is off to the races. He and Gavin shredding through Weibo. Diffuse plant looked to be attempted by Kino, but he takes a bit of damage, as does Gavin, so they think better of it. You referenced this before. M80, a team that loves to plant the diffuser. A nice toss-up on the Nitro Cell from Speakeasy takes down what little remained of Gavin, but Speakeasy's got his hands full along with Turdsta. As Gunner finds his second pick, and we are thrust into a post plant. Now it's diffuser on the board. Turdsta shredding through Gunner. A potential 3K to start things off for Gunner, but no. Looks to be quite the aggressor inside of Visa. Nitro Cell goes out, does not hit anything. Hoven's been dropped. The Yokai there for an assist, and Kino should be able to clean up. Wary of what's down below, Jesse. This is some good vert play from Weibo to try and slow down this Visa push from M80. They're watching. They're dialed in. 30 seconds to go. Proverbial rubber will meet the proverbial road as you've got Ape looking for a late flank from above. Finds Gavin. That was the Ram watching. Hot and cold, a successful defuse plant. 2 for 2 so far for the team that loves the objective. And now it's all up to Turdston down below on the bomb site as Reaps has been felled. No kills so far for Reaps. In fact, fragging has been a huge problem for Weibo.
Those top floor players, but none of that's really been brought by M80, so we'll have to see what their plan is to stop these top floor players as they go for their push.
Well, there's a Legion mine to slow down Kino. Hot and Cold and Diffuser are both felled. This will be Diffuser's first death if he cannot be retrieved. Down goes the Mozzie as Gunner is elsewhere. 6-0, a terrific start from Gunner. A complete turnaround as he's already eclipsed his kill total from map 1, and we're only 3 rounds into map number 2. Turdston will fall as well. Diffuser's been picked back up, so because of that, M80 has actually taken an advantage in numbers. And with just under 40 seconds to go, that's a great time for it to happen. Remember, this is the bomb site the defenders are supposed to lose. And yet, well, Weibo's actually putting up more of a fight than they did through rounds 1 and 2. Things have been turned around completely. Ape shredding through these attackers. As Gavin now needs to go upstairs. This is a rough spot for Gavin to find himself in. Kino attempting the defuse plant, but there's absolutely 0 coverage. Gavin is a mile away. He'll charge over towards the bomb site, but I think this is all she wrote. Reaps will get the kill. He was,
you know, it is typically thought of as the worst bomb site of the 3. It's going to come up on this main breach, and it allows M80 to problem solve and find solutions to get this wall open in ways they otherwise probably wouldn't have.
No flank drones and no dedicated flank watch operator. What a shot by Reaps that appeared. Diffuser softened up as he was engaging with some vert play. Confront this yellow push now as Kino looks for an opportunity to go in. Waiting for the smokes to go off. There they will. Slightly concealing his position. Now he's frozen out by the Zodo canister. Gunner on the board, keeping up his consistent play as he's at 7 kills now through these 3, almost 4 completed rounds. Gavin's sidearm out. Down goes Reaps 2. Turdston buried, and there are no kills remaining on the 2 players who are still alive on the side of Weibo. One of them bleeding out, the other still active with the gun. Gunner finding Turdston and Hoven watching from above. Kino getting Diffuser to the halfway point. The Deimos of Gavin keeping him away. Down goes Gavin. Hoven had thought he had something, but that vert play will not be his friend. And now you've got a post plant, a 1v3 with the shield still upright. All you need to do is watch those stairs, watch the main entries back. Gunner with 3 kills.
Get up towards the north. They're going to go for a fast play. Looks like around Spiral.
It's a weird blend of the lineup that was brought in rounds 2 and 3. My goodness, Diffuser is not exactly having the best day so far. As that's a double up for Weibo in terms of kills. Gavin and Diffuser both gone. A 3v5 for M80 becomes a 3v4 as Turdston still looking for his first kill is dropped. Kino in on the action. Guns down Speakeasy, traded out by Ape immediately. And it's all up to Hot and Cold, who's also shredded by Ape. The timeout worked. Hot and playing the shotgun on Ying earlier on Clubhouse. Now it's Kino running that SAS shotgun in the hands of Deimos. And I mean, it's going to function a lot of ways similarly to these other ops where you've got your sidearm as your main gun. You saw that Razor Bloom go off, but I mean, he had a shield, so it didn't do too much damage. Kino, the Deimos that we were talking about, first one in the grave. Gavin will join him before the body is even cold. Ape continuing his reign of terror over the last couple rounds, now amounting to 7 kills. The rest of the team combined for 9. Ape at 7. That is quite the amount, and I mean, on his roll, you can just play with impunity.
And there's Speakeasy too. I was just talking about him playing up above the bomb site, has a great spot. Ape finally goes down, but is it too little too late, Parker? I fear that it is.
Oh, you look at the utility that you see on the side of Weibo, and there honestly isn't that much. Jesse, you've got 5 of the Molotovs. They can tickle. They don't do a ton of damage. Hot and Cold might actually be able to get away with the successful defuse plan as Gunner watching the coverage. Hoven attempting to get back to the bomb site. Hot and Cold's been shredded. Gunner on 10 kills, and Reaps will say that's quite enough. That's the first half in the books, and guess what? 3 rounds apiece. Turdston manages to make it out, getting carried like he's from New.
1 strategy, 1 round. In this map, we talked about 2 rounds, 2 strategies. The momentum has shifted a little bit from what we saw through the first 3 rounds of this game. Good information being gathered by Weibo,
No,
and it leads to an entry.
Such an easy read.
Wow.
Not one, but two. Two players of M80 gone within the first 45 seconds. Gunner that had been created earlier on. Now a lot will fall onto the shoulders of the remaining M80 players. I mean, you got Gavin and Diffuser still alive, so anything is possible. Speakeasy just jumps on in, and it's a flawless round. Holy smokes! A 2K from the glass. Hide out whatever obfuscation you want with the Warden on the board. It will really hinge upon Reaps down below, but he's walking wounded. There's very little left of him. What remains is taken out by Kino, so at least one play push is now completely unraveled. Playing keep away is M80 as Weibo wanders towards the bomb site with very limited time remaining, and they are just getting picked off one by one. Reaps will go down, Oppe down, Turdsta and Hoven last two remaining. Toiling over by Des, Kino finding two, Houghton with one, and a flawless round by M80 to equalize. Effective outside of whatever utility play and calling that he can do to his teammates when he does die.
And there's the play from Gunner, shutting down Turd once again. 2 and 7 will be the stat line after 9. So Parker, it's really been struggling with this clash. No real movements happening until just then.
Oh, Houghton's in a bad position. There was a nade behind him, a nade in front of him. They'll trade kills before Gavin and Gunner both get on the board, leaving Speakeasy and Oppe empty. He'll test his reflexes here, but even on Lamb, that small peeker's advantage will break in favor of the clash. Down goes Oppe to Kino, and now it's a pick your poison situation. Look to the left, look to the right. Speakeasy finds Kino. He'll have to deal with Gavin, Gunner, and...
An interesting point you brought up, Parker, when you said Weibo had 5 straight opening kills. That has immediately flipped on its head. M80 getting the last 2 opening frags, so turning that stat on its head a little bit. And you think about the way they've been getting these opening picks, too. They're going out and hunting for them. They recognize a buck is below them on CEO. They know it's their pick. They know a third map is well within their reach. I think, playing safe so far, though, Parker. Hasn't let these Logic Bomb or Damos calls get to him. Oppe, the first to fall with a Nitro Cell from Gavin, one of these top floor roamers, playing with the...
You can't have Turds to get bogged down up there, because then that puts a 3v4 on the rest of the site, especially with them holding that vert angle. Kino, who was tracked so hard before, finds one, but that's all she wrote. It's a full push downstairs. This is not abnormal, but it's something you don't see all that often. Hot and cold, fighting for his life, and Gavin will find the last kill to propel M80 forward. Latter half of this map in particular, Gezzly, we are 11 rounds in, and all but 1 round has been decided by the opening pick. Get the first blood, you win the round. The only time that did not happen was round number 4. Well, guess what? M80 got the opening pick. They're going to continue to double up. How about tripling up? Only one still standing is Hoven. Oppe's been downed. He's down but not out. Upstairs. He'll make noise in the process. They know exactly where he is. Top spiral. He can vault out the window. He can rotate to bathroom, but this is not looking good at all.
No, Hoven's really got nothing to play for and just gets shot in the back. M80 managed to win the second map of this series, forcing us to even labs. A secure military facility located just off the coast to disrupt the winning streak that Weibo are on. And on night,
only real damage has been done to Hoven at this time. He just waits, and there goes some fire from Capitao. Capitao also receiving a buff at the mid-season change. If you haven't been following along, Diffuser clears out Hoven on Fish Stairs, and he's got Hot and Cold and Kino in tow. Diffuser gets dropped. So the guns finding their marks on the side of Weibo, at least temporarily, as Diffuser can be retrieved. Reaps has also died, so for Weibo, they've managed to get one player down, but nothing secured. And Diffuser gets picked back up. It's a swing over towards that catwalk door. Speakeasy finds 2. Hot and Cold gets 1, and it's suddenly Turdsta. He didn't exactly have the best second map. Can he make up for lost time here? 3 players in front of him. He will just have to pick his targets appropriately. The Bucket Gunner will scoot on by. Turdsta finds him, and Hot and Cold. He needs to play keep away for the remaining couple seconds, and Gavin will not be able to grab the Diffuser in time. What a... That really cannot afford to be giving up First Bloods as often as they do. First Bloods were quite mixed all the way back on Clubhouse, but oh my, typically did have quite an impact. We'll get into that in just a second because both of these teams seem eager to come to blows with still plenty of time on the clock, just a little bit over a minute left.
This is what I was saying, right? You kind of need to get aggressive, equalize the man count if you're Weibo. You don't have the most amount of site utility. You're burning your last Toxic Babe at the top of Cargo Stairs. Getting aggressive is Speakeasy. Gets a kill, and still is not going to be easy to clear out. The shotgun finds a second. Flashed out before he finds a third.
It's a 2v2 now, Jesse. Again, trading blows. We expected them to go round by round, not kill by kill, and yet here we are. Oh my, a flash and a missed opportunity. Now Turdsta's last alive as Ape goes down. Speakeasy with 4 of the 7 kills, and he is in the grave. Turdsta clutched out that first round by getting 2 kills and then playing keep away. He won't have the same luck here. Hold on! He takes down Houghton, and now Gunnar is exposed in this position. He's just out of reach, and he finds him! My goodness, Turdsta!
They've got a good game plan. They know how to attack these sites. They get the man advantage, but then again, back-to-back round-winning clutches from Turd. And
Clubhouse, and yet to see any bar stage.
When we were just in our break, I think I heard that Hammam was being played on Fortress for the first time on the B stream.
I mean, obviously, Fortress is still new.
Yes.
But I was also told by many people
to work through. This lobby hold from Speakeasy and Ape is going to be really annoying to clear past with the shield and all of these ADSs protecting Ape as he pilots these yokai drones. Another run out from Speakeasy, and he gets 2 of them outside for so long, but still walks away with the double.
Incredible stuff. We're not in the mid-round, Jesse. We're about at the end. 10 seconds left. Great read from Ape as Gavin walks right into his crosshair. Now it's Houghton and Diffuser as the last 2 standing with limited time. Diffuser getting the kid down. Houghton will have to go perfectly, but he gets jumped on by Ape. Diffuser does get off in time, but Turdsta's there to clean up.
Wow.
A 3-0 start from Weibo. An incredible hold and a great retake. Things looked a little...
storage room and control on that mid floor, but Weibo just making a thing. We've wasted enough time. Okay.
Controller just improper sound cue. Maybe somebody was cluttering the comms. You never know.
Yeah, must have been a sound issue, but it happens from time to time, and the opening pick has not done anything for M80 so far.
Kino's looking for more with those Candelas now going off. Turdsta will get on the board, continuing his hot play. Oven is not just finding anything right now as he gets shredded. Speakeasy guns down Kino. Speakeasy and Turdsta have really been the story for Weibo through these 3 rounds. Reaps goes down at the hands of Gavin, but again, you still got the 2 big bads that remain. Hoven gets picked up by Turdsta as he returns to the bomb site. 30 seconds left, and M80 with 3 players. Gavin getting Diffuser down. That means Diffuser and Houghton will now watch over that kit. Hoven and Speakeasy right now a single gust of wind away from dying. Air jab will go off. Houghton Cole has to do double duty. Speakeasy sweeping through. Turdsta dropped, and Diffuser gets all 3. M80 is finally on.
No kills still through this first 2 minutes.
A lot of damage that's being done. These rounds are just flying by, Jesse. I mean, you blinked and it was 10 seconds to go in the previous round. Gunnar will kill Hoven. It has not been a good run for M80 after getting first blood. They have managed to drop a lot of these rounds, again, mostly because of Turdsta's heroics. He won't be able to do much this round as he's put in a body bag with 35 seconds left. Gunnar shredding through him. M80 yet to lose a player, though a lot of damage has been done. Kino dropped, bleeding out. Suddenly the whole server is gone. It's just Speakeasy standing against 4 on the side of M80. He'll confront Hot and Cold and scramble off of his position. Still 1 gas canister with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. This is winnable for Speakeasy, but boy, oh boy, would it be mighty hard. It just got a lot harder now. As the diffuser gets planted, and Speakeasy storms his way over and gets caught out by Gavin.
They've got smokes, they got the glass to go for the cover. It'll still be strong even without the shield.
Oh my goodness, Kino executes Speakeasy. A little bit too late though. Diffuser goes down at the hands of Speakeasy, but still, you're able to keep these numbers close. Reaps will equalize at 3v3. Kino seeing through that smoke, takes down Ape. Now it's Turdsta and Reaps to clutch out. Turdsta now with 7 kills, holding this position inside of Electrical. Weibo have watched as their grip on this half has slowly loosened, but Turdsta once again might be the saving grace of Weibo. 2 of these 3 rounds, largely because of him. Can he pull it off once more? Hot and Cold in a daunting situation, 1v2. Not a lot of time left. He doesn't hold the defuse kit either, so he will have to go for frags. He's made his way over. He gets very clearly disoriented, and it is Turdsta.
But it didn't matter.
We told you to say that.
Because we got to see.
Ape was the player on the team that we highlighted heading into this matchup. Kills between Speakeasy and Turdsta. 4 kills between Ape, Reaps, and Hogan. So
35 seconds as well. Toxic Babes going out, and Hot and Cold strikes first and second for a two-man lead for M80.
Hot and Cold continuing his great run. Diffuser's on the board now as well. M80 looking to make up for lost time. They're on the statistical better side of this map. They cannot lose out on a couple of these rounds. Ape taken out by Gavin. Now it's Reaps on very limited HP, holding on to the defuse kit. Maybe a look of confusion and worry on his face. Hot and Cold gets the job done, and M80 reduces the lead. Just legendary games. Sometimes the luck is just not there for you.
And Kino strikes first in round 8, finds the head of Hoven as he's trying to work with his teammates to open this wall again.
This one would be a cakewalk for M80. And this is when we talk about consistency and being able to battle back. You cannot rely on two guys going supernova as they did on Clubhouse. Turdsta walks in and decapitates Hot and Cold. 10 kills for Speakeasy, 10 kills for Turdsta. Ape with Diffuser in hand now at the halfway mark. Down goes Gunner and Diffuser, and it looks like Weibo will make up for lost time after that disappointing first round of the second half. Kino will now need to save the round, and he takes down Ape from above. 35 seconds as the timer will now run away, and against him, Turdsta still up, Reaps still up. No utility remaining other than a single frag grenade. Oh boy, Kino knows how hard this is to long arm. He'll find a position to do so, but he's very exposed from the window. Reaps trying to draw him out. Kino takes the bait. Nitro Cell will go. Reaps using the grenade to flush him off at the position. Very limited time to go. Kino will now hop on. Only a couple seconds. Upside down repel from Reaps. Kino doing some damage past the point of no return. A valiant effort for M80, but Weibo seals the
one lone player trying to lock down lobby. No shield, no ADS. It's just a Nitro and a Dream.
No, Dream was on Cloud9 just.
All right.
Okay. Ape with one big kill, Speakeasy with another. Weibo overpowering these M80 players off site, and Diffuser, whose top frag on the side of M80 is in the ground. Persistent utility from Diffuser will still be present. Kino, though, an active gadget. Losing the Warden is rough, but as you can see from the lineup of Weibo, not the end of the world that you don't have a Warden. Yes, there are smokes present from Ape's Thermite, but Warden is not the be-all, end-all. It's not like you have a Ying, it's not like you have a Glass, it's not like you have all these smokes that are going to be thrown down. Hoven finally gets his very first kill, and it comes in round number 9. It's reduced M80 to 2 players. 5 still upright for Weibo. 30 seconds remain in the round. Hot and Cold on the run inside a kitchen, and it doesn't look like he can handle the heat at all, Jesse. Unfortunately for him, he's toast. Gunner with 2 picks, very quickly bursting out of his position, looking for the flank. Ape at the halfway point of the Diffuser. What can Gunner accomplish? Nothing! Turdsta with 12 kills, and it's match point series in the previous map, and I'd like to issue a correction. Hoven is taken over now. Easy versus Astralis. Iconic came into that match as the highest rated player at the entire event, and he laid an egg in the grand finals, so much so that by the, I think it was the 3rd, since that second map concluded. Now, rough start for Weibo as they've lost Ape. M80 desperately need to win this round. They lose, that's the ballgame.
What a shot.
It's an opportunity for Speakeasy to take some serious damage here, and Speakeasy's been having a rough go of it with that Marigold gas. Now out of his position, outside of Electrical, Hot and Cold has flushed them out, but they didn't expect Reaps to sweep on through. Turdsta handled by Gavin, and now here comes the Blitz. A nice follow-up, but Hot and Cold walking away, and Speakeasy gets baited in. Excellent play by M80 to draw out these Weibo aggressors. Reaps attempting a jiggle peek on the Gunner. He fails, and now Hoven giggling as he gets as far away from them as possible, and it looks like he is asking, a digital panhandler begging for a kill. I don't think he's going to get it. 15 seconds, no defuse kit. 4 players still up on M80, and Weibo are just going to sit and wait this one out. He knew that Gunner was up there. Just happened to pick the wrong part.
Well, for Weibo, they've gotten most of their Ram drones out at this point. They've used all of that utility, and they see the Scopos. Gunner, his barrel sticks out before he does, and Hoven is holding an angle, begging for...
Scopos is a clanky operator. You found it, now the other remaining drone will just simply be a sentry turret at this point in time. Kino gets mobbed by Speakeasy, and Weibo have found themselves in an excellent position. What a showing this has been from Weibo. This has been an excellent series so far, by the way. just in terms of the caliber of the gameplay, the way these teams have traded back and forth, this is a must-watch match for those of you that have not seen it from start to finish. And the finish seems like it's coming pretty soon, Jesse. Diffuser on an island, and it's won flawlessly by Weibo. They conquer the defending major champs.